around you now.
What's up guys, Magic Matrix back again with another video, and for today's trick we just need a random amount of cards, so let's just go ahead and pull out some cards here just like that, and maybe get a few more. That should be good. Now that we have our cards, I would instruct you to think of any number between 1 and 10. Let's say you thought of the number 3. You would think silently to yourself, you would not tell me, and after you had your number, I would turn my back and tell you to take whatever number of cards you thought of off the top of the deck. So you take 1, 2, 3, that was your number, and you'd place those cards in your pocket. Now from here I would tell you that I would try to predict what card you would get. So you can see here I have a blank piece of paper, nothing on the front, nothing on the back, and a red Sharpie. I would go ahead and try to guess your card. So just like this, I've written it down on this piece of paper, and we can just go ahead and fold it up just like that and place it over here for later. Now I would take the remaining cards in my hand and deal 10 onto the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just like that. I would now ask you how many cards you had in your pocket. You would tell me 3. So we'd count down 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We land on this card right here. I can take back these cards and these cards as well, because we landed on this card. Now keep in mind, you could have named any number between 1 and 10. It was a completely free choice. You chose it yourself. And you landed on the 4 of hearts. My prediction has been sitting on the table since I made it. I have not touched it, and you can see that it is indeed your selection, the 4 of hearts, just like that. But the other thing is, not only did I predict the correct card, you got the only red card out of all these black cards, including the 3 cards in your pocket. And you could take them out and see that they were also all black. That is the trick, guys, and if you want to learn it, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright guys, let's get straight into the tutorial. This is a really great trick. It's a mathematical one. I saw it online, I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to perform it here for you guys and show you how to do it as well. So for the setup, you'll need 20 black cards, face cards and number cards alike, and any red card of your choice. I'll be using the 4 of hearts again, like in my performance. And you'll take these 20 black cards, and you want your red card to be in the 10th position. So just deal down 9 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take your red card, place it in the 10th position, and then drop the remainder of the black cards on top. So now from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you have your red card. These cards go on the top of the deck, and you're good to go. Now, this trick, it's ideal that if you don't shuffle the deck, because you could do like one of those riffle shuffles where like you leave a pack of cards on the top of the deck. However, you have almost half of the cards set up on the top. So you'd have to leave a very big chunk of cards, and it would look kind of weird. So I would say if you really want to look like you're mixing up the deck, you can do some false shuffles, false cuts if you like, but I just like to start off the trick with the setup and no shuffling at all. So we'll go into it like that. We have the cards, the setup on the top, and you tell the spectator that you need a random amount of cards. Now, you're telling them that you're taking a random amount of cards, but you actually are taking the 21 cards on the top of the deck. This is how you make it seem like a random amount of cards. You take them off in 3s. So 3, 6, 9, 12, And as you do this, you're talking to the spectator, doing this casually. 15, 18, and 21. So you can count to yourself in your head so you make sure you have the right amount of cards. So now you have the 21 cards on the table. And the great thing about this is that the red card will end up in the 10th position. And I actually sort of came up with this myself because in the instructions for this trick that I saw, it said to deal the 21 cards down to the table, but it didn't really say how to make it seem like you're not taking a specific amount of cards. Because obviously if you dealt 1, 2, 3 under the table, they'd see you're taking a specific amount. So I actually found that if you deal the cards in threes, it will leave the red card in the 10th position. I don't know if it would do it for any other number of cards that you put down. You could, like, if you did like 2s and then a 1, it would still be 3 cards down. So you can fiddle with that and see how many cards you want to put down at one time, but I found that putting 3 cards down at once will end up with the red card in the 10th position. So I just think that's really cool. So you have these cards on the table, and you tell the spectator to think of a number between 1 and 10. Let's say they think of the number 8. You would turn your back, they would not tell you their number, and they would take that many cards from the top of the deck and place them in their pocket. So they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These cards are all black. They go into the spectator's pocket. You turn back around and you tell them that you are going to make a prediction. So I'll just use the same piece of paper I used in my performance. I won't make a new one, but this will be blank. You'd show it to them. You'd show your marker, your Sharpie, whatever you're gonna use to write on it, and you would secretly make your prediction on the piece of paper, then fold it up and place it off to the side, like so. You would then take the remaining cards on the table and deal them out. Make sure you deal the cards out right to left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You then ask the spectator how many cards they have in their pocket. They would say 8 cards. So you count down 8 cards, this time from left to right. So you dealt the cards right to left, you count from left to right. So remember this. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You land on this card right here, and you get rid of the rest of the cards, place them in your hand, and all these cards, again, are black, because mathematically, this trick will always work if you have the card set up correctly to land on the red card, no matter how many cards the spectator picks between 1 and 10. So you tell them it could have been any number, but they picked 8, and you open up your prediction, you show the card, and they will see that they match the 4 of hearts for both, just like that. But this is the kicker ending, because at this point they think the trick is over. You predicted their card, it was correct, but you then get into the color of the cards. You say, I predicted your card correctly, but you picked the only red card amongst all these black cards, including the ones in your pocket. And then they will pull the cards out and they can go through and see that these cards as well are all black. So that's the trick, guys. It's a really fun one to perform. And really, it might seem a little difficult, but it really isn't that hard because everything works out for you mathematically as long as you have the setup in the correct order and you make sure that the spectator does the correct thing with the cards. It will work for you every time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy this trick, and I'll see you next time.